Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good morning. I wish to Dr. Fazrul and my friend Miss Irene. Okay, today I would like to do a presentation on the topic fisheries management in Malaysia. Okay, the overview would be fisheries in Malaysia mainly managed by the Department of Fisheries Malaysia, which is DOF. It is also often endorsed by the federal government. And the these are one of the topics that I inserted into the slides. The marine fishing ground is zoned into 4 zones, and state of Sabah has one of the biggest coastline and fishing ground. Therefore, fisheries is greatly utilized for the economic growth. This is one of the big example of fisheries in Malaysia, which is the state of Sabah. Okay, let's talk about the fishing zones. Okay, zone A is actually fishing from 0 to 5 nautical miles from the shore. Zone B is fishing from 5 to 12 nautical miles from the shore. Zone C is 12 to 30 nautical miles. Zone C2 is further than the 30 nautical miles, and zone C3 which is fishing in the high seas. Okay, these are the picture showing the different zones, and actually it includes the different fishing years and their maximum quota as well. Okay, the quota management in fisheries in Malaysia would be Zone A and Zone B. Maximum quota is somewhere around 40 gross registered tonnage, which is GRT. Fishermen in Zone C, maximum quota is 70 GRT, and fishermen in Zone C2 and C3 is maximum quota is more than 70 GRT. Okay, this is a picture on an example of one of the deep sea fishing, which is Persin, Pukat Jerut. Okay, certain fishing gears are banned in certain fishing zones because it may overexploit the catch or damage the overall ecosystem and the habitat of the fish structures and the structures of the zone. Let's just imagine if a bottom trawl net is being used in the coral reef areas, so it will significantly damage all the coral reefs. Okay, traditional fishing gears such as hook and line, long line, fish trap, gill nets, and anchovies Persin can be used in zone A. Persin and trawl net can only be used in deeper waters such as zone B, zone C, C2 and C3. Okay, let's take a look at the state of Sabah and how they manage the fisheries. Okay, it is a strategic state for fisheries, which with a total coastline of 4,315 kilometers, including all the lagoons and the islands. It is a high rate of growth of fishery sector in Sabah. Okay, the current situation of fisheries in Sabah. Fisheries as resources in Sabah is declining day by day due to overexploitation of catch rate. It includes about the environmental issues such as climate change, oceanographic, and man-made issues, excluding the fisheries and aquaculture, on the biological factors. Distribution, mortality should be studied to come up with a solution in the sustainability of fish and fisheries in Sabah waters. Okay, Fisheries Department of Sabah play a pivotal role in preserving the fisheries resources of the country by enforcing strict fishery management policies and law to fisheries communities. Okay, these are the moves and enactments to protect biodiversity in Malaysia. Fisheries Act, the Environmental Quality, the National Forestry Act, the Wildlife Conservation, the National Parks, Taman Laut, Malaysia Maritime Enforcement Agency MMEA Act 2004, the Customs Act, the Exclusive Economic Zone Act, the EEZ zone, the deep sea fishing actually, Merchant Shipping Ordinance MSO, and the Merchant Shipping which is Oil Pollution Act in 1994. Okay, as a conclusion, it is good that there are lots of regulation in fisheries of Malaysia, but still we need to look at more solutions as our fish stock is getting near depletion. Lots of acts perhaps need to be regulated. Perhaps the Marine Parks Act should be widened. Perhaps we need to protect the nurseries of fish, such as what you call it? I forgot. Okay, which is include all the rivers, the coastlines. Not many coastlines are made into marine parks. Only islands. It's actually I wanted to say about Pai Bakau actually. We need to perhaps do an act on the protection and the conservation of Pai Bakau, since it acts as a nursery for fish. Okay, the next, the Ecosystem-Based Fishing Act is there, but the implementation is actually very minimal at the moment. So I should hope that the rules and regulations are recognized by both small-scale fishermen and conventional fishermen as well, so that it can be fully implemented, so that we can have a sustainable source of fishery in Malaysia, in all states of Malaysia, including Sabah, of course. Okay, is there any question? If not, okay, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.